Very good morning to student. Today I will discuss with you a very important topic of your concern syllabus of BSc Biotech first semester, that is heterospory and seed habit in fern. So you have to know first of all the meaning of the topic, meaning of your concern topic. What is the heterospory? On the basis of production of the spores within the sporangium, the fern has been classified into two categories. One is homosporous fern, second is heterosporous fern. In case of homosporous fern, within the sporangium, which is a sac-like structure and always develop underside on ventral surface of the sporophyll, there is a develop similar shape and size of spores known as homosporous tendency. On other hand, in case of heterosporous fern, in which two different shape and size of the leaves are developed, the smaller leaves are known as microsporophyll and larger leaves are known as megasporophyll. On under surface of microsporophyll there is a developed microsporangium, and on under surface of megasporophyll there is a developed megasporangium. Within the microsporangium there is a developed a logotope microspore which is smaller as compared than that of megaspore, and within the megasporangium there is a developed limited number of megaspore. It is mostly 2, 4 or sometime even 8. So this tendency of the fern in which the two different shape and size of the spores are produced known as heterosporous tendency of the fern. First of all, the heterosporous fern, most of the fern, as we know you very well, I discussed with you, most of the fern produce only one kind of spore. They are known as homosporous fern, but some produce two different type of shape and size of the spores known as heterosporous fern. The smaller one spores known as microspore and larger one known as megaspore, as I discussed with you earlier. They are formed within the microsporangium. A lot of microspore produced within the microsporangium on the under surface of the microsporophyll, and megaspore develop respectively within the megasporangium in limited number. The difference in size of the spores is related to their function. This indicates that in heterosporous tendency of the fern, on germination of microspore they produce the male prothallus, and on germination of megaspore they develop female prothallus. So you can say that after development of microsporophyll, male gametophyte, that is the antheridium is developed, and on development of megaspore there is a development of female gametophyte, archegonium is developed. The microspore on germination give rise to male gametophyte, while in the same pattern the megaspore produce female gametophyte. Thus the difference in size of the spores is related to the sex of the gametophyte. It means always microspore produce a male sex organ, and the megaspore after germination produce the female sex organ. This phenomena where two type of spore is related to sex of the gametophyte related to heterospory tendency. This phenomena where two type of spores differ in size, shape and structure and function and produced within the same plant is known as heterospory. Known as heterosporis. The classical example of heterosporous fern are Selaginella, Isoetes, etc. Heterospory is well known only in 9 genera of the fern. Remembered it near about mostly fern which have been reported on record by pteridologists are homosporous. But out of these, only 9 genera of fern have been reported as heterosporous tendency. You have to remember the name of these 9 genera, and except these 9 genera, rest are homosporous. You may say that near about 99.9% fern which have been reported by pteridologists are homosporous, and very few, it is only 9 in number, have been reported by pteridologists as heterosporous. The classical one is Selaginella, Isoetes, Stylites, Marsilia, Pillularia, Ragnaldium, Salvinia. These are the aquatic fern. Azolla, this is also aquatic fern and known as mosquito fern. It is the smallest fern. And Platyjoma. So you have to remember all these 9 names of the fern which have heterosporous tendency. It means they produce 2 different shape and size of spores. On the basis of the origin of heterospory, time to time many discovery, many studies done how the heterospory tendency of the plant develop in plants. This is a very important key point to understand the origin of heterospory. So you have to know how the heterospory is origin in plants. A detailed study of heterosporous form has revealed that heterospory originated due to reduction in number of spores within sporangium. When all the spores in sporangium are functional, there is a greater competition for nutrition, and as such a spore receive a limited food supply and its small remain smaller. It known as microspore. On other hand, if some of the spore mother cell in a sporangium disintegrate during development, the remaining one get sufficient rotation for their development, and consequently their size is increased, which known as megaspore. You may say that according to some pteridologists, it is considered that the heterospory origin in plants take place due to competition for nutrition among spores. As you know very well, the spores produced within the sporangium, what happened during the development? When the all spores undergoes reduction division and produce a number of spores and all become functional, in such a condition there is a competition develop among the spores. Some spores receive a limited food content from the sporangium sac, which remain smaller in size, known as microspore, and someone receive proper sufficient nutrition from sporangium sac, which become large in size in the form of megaspores. So in heterosporous fern, there are production of 2 different two different shape and size of spores. One is the microspore and second is megaspore. So you may say that due to competition for nutrition within the sporangium, the spores which receive a limited nutrition remain smaller in size, and some receive proper amount of nutrition and become increase in size and function as megaspores. The above interpretation of the origin of heterospory receives support from paleobotanical, developmental and experimental studies. So you may understand how the heterospory origin in plants on the basis of some available evidence from paleobotanical studies, some available evidence on the basis of the developmental studies, and some evidence which come from the experimental studies. So you may understand the heterospory on the basis of some discovery, on the basis of the paleobotanical, on the basis of the developmental, and on the basis of some experimental study. First of all, we will discuss with you the paleobotanical evidences of heterospory. So there is some information available from paleobotanical evidences which support the heterospory in fern. Although most of the earlier vascular plants were homosporous, as we know very well, in earlier time the most of the fern were homosporous. Many fossils of the late Devonian and early Carboniferous period, such as Lepidocarpon, these are the largest tree-like fern, Lepidostrobus, Mesocarpus, Singulariostropus, Clamocarpon and Clamostichus were heterosporous. So there are some evidences come from the late Devonian and early Carboniferous that these plants had the tendency of heterosporous. They produce the two different shape and size of the spores. But mostly earlier vascular plant recorded as homosporous. According to Scott, it is a very famous tidologist who worked on a paleobotany, 1894, an indication of heterospory can be seen in two species of Clamostichus, that is the Clamostichus biniana and Clamostichus cassiana. In Clamostichus biniana, most of the sporangia were with large number of small spore in tetrad manner, but in some spore were larger. So these species of Clamostichus have been recorded as heterosporous. So this is the paleobotanical evidences. You may say that in primitive time, mostly some species of fern have been reported as heterosporous. However, in Clamostichus cassiana, two distinct types of sporangia, micro and megasporangia, occurred. There were some abort spores in the megasporangia indicating the megaspore were formed at the cost of abortion of some the spores of sporangia. So during the development of the female gametophyte, what happened? Out of 4, out of 2, out of 8, as you know very well, within the microsporangium there is a production of lot of microspores, and during the development of megasporangium, in which a limited number of megaspore are produced, some of it may be 2, it may be 4, it may be 8 in number. Out of these, some become abort and some become functional. So that is the big difference between the homosporous and heterosporous. In case of homosporous, all the spores become functional, but in case of heterosporous, particularly in development of the female gametophyte, some megaspores become abort and some become functional. For example, a mature megasporangium of Lepidocarpon and Clamocarpon, both are heterosporous fern, had only one single functional megaspore out of 8 or 4, and other spores aborted during the development. And in Steropteris, it is also heterosporous fern. A megasporangium had only two functional megaspore, as other spores become aborted during the development. And in Steropteris, a megasporangium had only two functional megaspore, two aborted spores. The above example indicate the heterospory has not evolved in living form but was also present in fossil form. मतलब mostly the fossil fern indicate the heterosporic tendency. It originated due to disintegration of some spores in sporangium. It means the heterospory always indicating the abortion of some spores within the sporangium. All the spores which develop within the sporangium is not become functional. The second one evidences come from development studies which prove the heterospory in fern. Developmental studies in pteridophyte, particularly the events that take place during the formation of sporocyte and chondrocyte mother cell, meiosis and maturation of spore, provide a real insight in understanding the heterospory. In case of Selaginella, the development of micro and megaspore is similar till the differentiation of androcyte mother cell or sporocyte. As soon as the microsporangium, all the sporocyte undergoes meiosis. As a result of a large number of microspore are produced. On other hand, during the development of megasporangium, all sporocyte except one become functional and remaining become aborted, remaining become degenerate. As a result, there is a limiting number of formation of megaspores take place. So this is the classical example. On the basis of this example, you can understand the heterospory on the basis of development stability. What happened in Selaginella? During the development of microsporangium, what happened? All the microspore which originated from androcyte mother cell, all the androcyte mother cell undergoes the reduction division, and produces spore mother cell, and all the spore mother cell undergoes meiosis division and become functional. So as a result, within the microsporangium, there is a lot of the microspore are produced within, which is smaller in size. While during the development of megasporangium, what happened? All the androcyte mother cell are not become functional, except one. Remaining become degenerate, and this one functional megaspore undergoes the reduction division, produce 4 large functional megaspore. That is the difference. So you may say that within the microsporangium there is a lot of microspore, and within the megasporangium there is a developed limited number of megaspore. In case of Isoetes, which is also heterosporous, the microsporangia and megasporangia are identically till differentiated of sporangial tissue. In microsporangium, almost entire sporangial tissue form androcyte mother cell, a sporocyte, which after meiosis give rise to a very large number, that is a 1,50,000 to 10 lakh of microspore within the single microsporangium. In the megasporangium, however, a part of sporangial tissue and so all many sporocyte degenerate, and they provide nutrition to the growing sporocyte megaspore. There are only 50 to 300 megaspore developed within a megasporangium. So on the basis of the development of the microsporangium and megasporangium in case of Selaginella, and in case of Isoetes, it is also known as Culvert. It is a very interesting one, heterosporous one reported by pteridologists. Mostly it has been reported by pteridologists that during the development of the microsporangium and megasporangium in case of Isoetes, all the sporogenous tissue converted into spore mother cells. In case of microsporangium, in case of megasporangium, only limited number of megaspores are produced. It may be up to 50 to 300 megaspores are produced. So you can see a big difference between the number of microspore and number of megaspore produced, which indicate the heterospory tendency in the isocase. Always in case of heterosporous, the lot number of microspore are produced and a limited number of megaspores are produced. The third one, evidences which come from experimental studies. Experimental studies on Selaginella, it is mentioned in your syllabus, and Marsillia, it is an aquatic fern, it is also heterosporous, have shown that the heterospory originated due to nutrition factor. ये बिल्कुल मैंने बता दिया कि जिन स्पोर को कम फूड मिलता है वो माइक्रोस्पोर छोटे रह जाते हैं, जिनको पूरा पर मिलता है वो बड़े हो जाते हैं, यानी कि लार्ज हो जाते हैं मेगास्पोर। तो ये एक्सपेरिमेंटल कंडीशन से भी रखा कि सिलेजिनेला और मार्सिलिया के प्लांट को आप लाइट में रख दो, फोटोसिंथेसिस ज़्यादा होगा, फूड ज़्यादा बनेगा, तो उनमें हेट्रोस्पोरी टेंडेंसी प्रॉपर होती है। इट वाज ऑब्जर्व दैट इफ द फोटोसिंथेटिक एक्टिविटी ऑफ सिलेजिनेला वाज स्लो डाउन बाय कीपिंग इट इन लो लाइट इंटेंसिटी देन ओनली माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम डेवलप। यदि आप सिलेजिनेला के प्लांट को कम लाइट में रखें तो इसमें आप देखेंगे कि केवल माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिया ही डेवलप होते हैं, यानी कि माइक्रोस्पोर ही डेवलप होते हैं, यानी कि इसमें क्या होगा कि लिमिटेड फूड ही फोटोसिंथेसिस रेट घट जाएगा। ड्यू टू रिडक्शन इन द फोटोसिंथेटिक रेट देयर इज ए रिडक्शन इन द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ द फूड, एज ए रिजल्ट द लिमिटेड फूड सप्लाई टू द स्पोर। सो in this case the microspore produce only. Due to low photosynthetic activity, nutrition become a limiting factor. Spores could not grow in size. Thus, under such condition, only microspore were produced. Similar result were obtained experiment done in Marsillium. तो मार्सिलियम और सिलेजिनेला में दोनों में एक्सपेरिमेंटल कंडीशन से ये देखा गया कि यदि प्लांट को आप जो है लाइट में रख दें तो वो उसमें कम लाइट इंटेंसिटी में रखेंगे तो फोटोसिंथेसिस रेट कम होगा, फूड कम बनेगा तो उसमें माइक्रोस्पोर ही प्रोड्यूस होंगे, मेगास्पोर प्रोड्यूस नहीं होंगे। तो नाउ आई विल डिस्कस विद यू द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ द हेट्रोस्पोरी इन प्लांट। Heterospory express the sex determinist capacity of the plant. In homosporous species, differentiation of sex take place at the gametophytic stage, whereas in heterosporous species, the differences in the size of the spore is related to the sex of gametophyte. A microspore always give rise to male gametophyte, while the megaspore give rise to female gametophyte. Thus, in heterosporous plant, the sex of the gametophyte can be predicted at the spore stage. It is very clear, it is a very very important significance of heterospory, which has been reported by tridologists that in homosporous there is no sex differentiation take place at spore production stage. But in case of heterosporous plant, when the microspore and megaspore are produced, so tridologists predicted the future of the male and female gametophyte. As we know very well that always the microspore, which is smaller in size, on germination give rise to male prothallus on which the antheridium is developed, in which the antherozoids are developed. So always microspore produce the male gametophyte. On other hand, megaspore produce the female gametophyte. The biological significance of heterospory, that in heterosporous fern developing gametophytic is endosporic. When the development of male and female gametophyte inside the spore, this tendency of the fern is known as endosporic, and the nutrition for the development of gametophyte is derived from sporophytic. यानी कि ये जो फूड बनता है ये gametophyte से आता है। स्पोरोफाइट जो है स्पोरोफाइट से यानी कि लीफ से वो फूड gametophyte के लिए आता है। Hence, the development of gametophyte is not affected by ecological factor in case of independently growing gametophyte. So, in case of heterosporous fern, always the development of male and female gametophyte take place within the microspore as well as megaspore. This tendency is known as endosporic tendency, while the development of male and female gametophyte of fern take place outside the microspore and megaspore. This tendency is known as exosporic. So in case of heterosporous, always endosporic development take place. An important characteristic of seed habit is that the megaspore is retained by the prevent and after fertilization, thus ensure nutrition for developing embryo. So this is the significance of the heterospory which have been reported in fern. Now we will discuss the how the fern represent the seed habit. How the fern is very close to seeded plant. Uh, it is reported by tedologists that in some cases of the ferns such as in Selaginella, there are some diagnostic feature have been reported which is very similar to seeded plant, which is very similar to gymnosperm and angiosperm plant, which are in order to evaluate and seed habit in vascular cryptogam, let us first recapitulate the situation in seed bearing plants. The sporophytes produce two type of spores, microspore and megaspore. So this one character of the fern is very resemble with the seeded plant. The production of two different type of the spores, one is the microspore and megaspore, represent the similarity of the seeded plant. So production of the two different type of the spores is the character features of the seed plant, and in heterosporous fern it has been reported that there are production of two different type of spores. One is the microspore and megaspore, which is very similar to seeded plant. In angiosperm, there are only one functional megaspore which is not liberated from the megasporangium embryo sac. The male and female gamete fuse to form zygote oospore, which eventually develop into embryo inside the ovum. Resets the gametophytic tissue and integument is known as seed. After shedding, the seed germinate and form a new plant. So this is the character features of the angiosperm plant. But in case of fern, what happen? First of all, the in case of Selaginella, what happen? The development of male gametophyte and the development of female gametophyte near about 70% take place within the microsporangium and megasporangium. And this similarity indicate the higher character of the Selaginella. It is very resemble to seeded plants. In case of Selaginella, what happen? The development of male gametophyte take place within the microsporangium, and rest remaining 30% take place outside. So this also happen in angiosperm plant or seeded plant. Thus the requirement for formation of seed are not flown. Formation of two type of spores, microspore and megaspore, reduction in number of functional megaspore to one per megasporangium, rotation of megaspore in megasporangium, then embryo development. So these character of the fern is very resemble with seeded plant. Elaboration of the apical part of megasporangium to receive microspore or pollen grain. This character also very similar to the seeded plant. Availability of the sufficient nutrition for development of embryo. The evaluation of seed habit in heterosporous fern can be evaluated on the basis of above mentioned requirement. Selaginella, the most common heterosporous genus of the fern, provide the best example. I have discussed already with you. Most of the species of Selaginella are heterosporous and they have only one functional megaspore within the megasporangium, which give rise to 4 megaspore after meiosis. Only single become functional and remaining become degenerate within the megasporangium. And it has been reported in Selaginella rupestris and Selaginella monospora like spermatophyte. So this character of the Selaginella, which is a heterosporous fern, is very resemble with the seeded plant, spermatophyte plant. The plant which produce seed is known as spermatophyte. Sperma मैंने seed, phyte मैंने phyton मैंने plant. The plant which produce seeded plant. So this character of the Selaginella is very resemble with the seeded plant. So Selaginella represent the seed habit. The development of female gametophyte, fertilization and embryo development take place within the megaspore. I have already discussed with you that near about 70% development of the male and development of the female take place within the microsporangium and megasporangium. This character features of Selaginella is very close to seed plant. So you may say that Selaginella have seed habit. Thus, evolution of seed habit took place in such species of Selaginella, but the seeds developed in these species cannot be called true seed because देखिए सिलेजिनेला ये सीड हैबिट वाले रिप्रेजेंट तो कर रहा है कैरेक्टर, बट इनमें सीड एज यू नो वेरी वेल इन केस ऑफ फंड देर इज नो फॉर्मेशन ऑफ सीड, only the plant develop from the embryo. So you can, so on the basis of these observation you can say that in Selaginella the seed are not formed as true seed. First, the megasporangium is not covered with integument. So if you see the fern, within the fern there is no production of integument, but in case of gymnosperm, in case of angiosperm, the ovule or archegonium or the ovary covered by integument, and after fertilization this integument converted into seed coat. Second is there is no resting stage after embryo development. The development of embryo is accompanied with the development of shoot and rhizospore. In case of fern, after the fusing of male and female gamete, zygote is developed, and in case of fern there is no resting period have been reported in development during the embryogenesis. But in case of seeded plant, it has been observed that after the formation of zygote, the zygote remain at rest stage for some time, and after resting period they develop embryo. Thank you very much and have a nice day. And this is the very important tendency of the fern which has been reported by tedologists, that is heterospory and seed habit in fern. There are some point has been reported in case of Selaginella which is very similar as in seed plant. Thank you very much.